Oh well. Hi everybody. Today let's continue with week 2 from the book The Artist's Way. Let's continue with my journey trying to unblock my creativity and become the artist that I was always meant to be. Yeah. And this week is all about a sense of identity. And I'm not gonna lie, recovering my sanity made me feel more insane than ever. And honestly, getting back my sanity makes me feel like I'm going mad. The book actually warned me about this, but getting my creativity back and getting my strength back actually made me have a lot of insecurity crises, like really massive insecurity crisis. But that's actually a symptom of recovery. Yeah, that's part of the journey, but it's not easy to deal with it at all. These insecurity crises were basically a voice in my head saying, oh, you were able to do this week, but it's only temporary. You're not even that good. Oh, nobody cares, and you're just being weird. You're being selfish. Why does it matter? Why try now? I'm not actually that good. Or like, yeah, this song is good, but that's an exception, or stuff like that. It's really maddening. And these thoughts are so convincing, so convincing. It may sound like logic, but that's not logic at all. It's basically fear. Because you are getting out of that comfort zone. You are setting yourself free. And these thoughts come up to keep you stuck and blocked, because our brain wants to keep us on that comfort zone. It doesn't want changes. It doesn't want to try something different. It only wants to stay in that state that it is used to. But thoughts also mean that we are fighting back. We are doing something about it. We are doing the right thing, basically. In this beginning, doubt and insecurity are only trying to lead me back to self-sabotage. But doubt doesn't only come from the inside, it comes from outside too. And when we are in this process of learning to unblock our creativity, we are just like children learning to walk. And to do that, we need a safe place to do it, and that's why we talked about the sense of safety last week. And this week, the sense of identity is about learning to protect ourselves. Because during this process, we need to feel safe, we need to feel protected. And that's why we're going to talk about what we surround ourselves with. First, there are toxic people. Usually, toxic people are those who are still blocked creatively, but they don't want to admit it. They are way too scared to do something about it, so they hide themselves behind judgment and criticism. It's easier for them to just fantasize about it than actually doing the work of trying to unblock themselves. And seeing someone actually trying to do something, actually trying to do the work to unblock themselves, actually triggers them. We become a mirror to their blockage. The book says something that I found very interesting. The book says that expecting this type of people to support you, it's like expecting your drunk friends to support you in your sobriety. How could they do that if they just want to hold on getting drunk? And that makes a lot of sense. They might say things like, oh, why are you doing all that? Why put on the effort? It's never going to work. Are you sure? Are you sure that it's safe to do it? Are you sure you should be doing something like that? Are you sure that it's going to work? And this type of comment doesn't help at all. And then on the book, they mentioned another type of people, the ones called the Crazymakers. You know the type. These are the ones that are always in the eye of the hurricane, always causing storms. It might appear as a controlling mother, a manic boss, a needy friend, or even a stubborn spouse. They break deals, they don't respect deadlines, they don't respect your space, they hate order, and they diminish your reality. They act like they listen to your boundaries, but they don't actually respect them. Like, you lock yourself in a room, you're trying to focus, you're doing something important, something to focus on your art, something that matters to you, and they will just find a million trivial reasons to keep entering the room, to keeping asking for your attention, to keep asking you questions, to somehow bother you. They really hate that now you have a different routine, that now you want to block some time to actually work on creative stuff, to focus on your art. It's like, if you take time for your art, they will have a crisis that only you can fix. It's always something like that. They create drama where there's none, but in the end, they are also just blocked people. Just those who are way too scared to do something about it, that they get frustrated that you can do it, that you are doing something, that you are doing the work, you are focusing on your art and on your music and doing the things that you love and actually taking it seriously, and they don't. So they get kind of envy, no, they actually get envy of you, and they will try to ruin that for you somehow, consciously or subconsciously also. And that's so serious, and that's something that I actually been dealing a lot lately, and that's actually really hard to put those boundaries, to keep them, to stand up for yourself. That's something that I'm learning, and I'm working on it at this moment, to stand up for myself and defending my boundaries, because I deserve to be respected. I deserve respect. I'm allowed to have this time and space for myself, and that's okay. I'm not doing anything bad at all. I'm just doing things that I love and take some time to work on art, and that actually triggers some people. I see that around me throughout my life. I saw that around me throughout my life, and that's actually pretty sad when the people that you love, that were supposed to support you, somehow they keep stopping you. They keep wanting you to stay stuck, and sometimes they don't even notice that they are doing these things. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I've been trying to communicate to myself, to express these feelings, but it's hard when people are so used for me to stay quiet, to be invisible, to not demand anything, that when suddenly I decide to demand the minimum, to demand just some respect, to just stand up for some little boundaries, it may feel that it's too much for some people, because they are not used to that. And yeah, dealing with this type of people is exhausting, but here's the tricky part. We get easily manipulated into guilt. They know exactly what to say. They call you selfish. They'll say that you're being weird, that you're being too demanding, that you're being too much. They want you back into your old habits. They want you back on your old habits just for their own comfort. And for a very long time, I kept my creativity blocked because I was trying to fit myself in other people's plans. I used to put the other people's needs before mine, and I wanted to create, but I felt guilty for not fixing their problems first. I was always thinking that I'm not giving enough attention, that I'm not being present enough. But the truth is that neglecting myself doesn't make me a good person. It only left me frustrated. It only left me frustrated, and it sucks. It sucks. It's not nice to feel this way, and I neglected myself for a very long time, and it was terrible, 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 terrible. And worse, I realized that I chose to keep these people in my life. Subconsciously, I kept the Crazymakers and toxic people around me because it helped me to stay blocked, and it's comfortable to stay blocked. It's comfortable to stay in the comfortable zone. It's easier to blame their chaos instead of admit that I was too scared to actually work on art. But I'm learning to stop dancing on other people's rhythm, and the best thing that I can do for me and for them is to lead by example through my own recovery. And that's the best that you can do too. You can be the example, the inspiration for those people, and maybe they will get out of their comfort zone too. They will stop being blocked, stop being so scared, and stop criticizing others and being too judgmental. So how can we protect ourselves, right? With attention. Sometimes my blockage would appear as an addiction to fantasy. Like I said in my last video, I would fantasize a lot. I would just spend hours and hours and hours dreaming about what I could be, or what about I should be, or what about I should have had done. I would just keep dreaming and dreaming and dreaming and never do anything. But paying attention is an act of connection. And pain taught me this. In hard times, when the future is way too scared to be contemplated and the past is too painful to be remembered, all we have is here and now. Every isolated moment is tolerable. In this moment, right here, we are fine. And to be able to create, we need to pay attention to what is around us. We need to watch the rain fall, see the leaves falling, use our five senses to what is around us, what are we actually feeling, what we are seeing, how people behave, because all of that inspire us, and we can use that in our art. If we pay attention in what is around us, we can use it in our paintings, our songs, our book, our writing. So paying attention is important, and I've been trying to do that, paying attention on what is around me and what is happening and how I feel about it. How can I express in the best way? So don't let fear stop you. Protect your artistic self, protect your creativity. Be selective with who you let in your life and who you let in to see your art. Be careful with who you choose to see your art. In this recovery process, it's extremely important to be very selective with who you choose to show your drafts, your new songs, your new art, your new drawings, anything that you do during this process. It needs to be praised. It doesn't need to be criticized. We need to make our artist self feel safe, feel validated, and feel special, feel that it's doing the right thing. So something that we definitely don't need to is someone to criticize or judge or to try to keep us blocked. Believe in yourself and believe in your journey. You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. Stay on your path. It's okay. You're not doing anything bad. You're doing the right thing. You're doing it for yourself, and it's okay. See you next week. Bye.